So I F18 was at a New Year's Eve party with a bunch of my friends. We had gotten there at around 7 and by 11:30 I was growing a bit tired and impatient for the new year. So as friends do we all go around asking each other how many kids each of us want and what gender they want to be. I was third in line and said, I want two, maybe three kids and I don't really care what gender. My friend next to me, F17, insisted I pick genders. I simply responded with, if I had to pick then the oldest could be a boy. I'd love to have a son and daughter mix. My friend wasn't happy with that as she rolled her eyes and scoffed. It was her turn and she said, I want two girls. No more, no less and only girls. I wouldn't want a son. I looked at her funny and asked her what would happen if she did have a son. She responded with, I wouldn't love him as much as my daughter, I'll just say that. Instantly I become grossed out and a little weirded out, so I asked her, if I had a son, would you be a nice aunt and love my son as if he were your bio nephew? She thought for a moment and shook her head. I was by then really upset and mad at her before she even said anything. She continued by saying, well, I wouldn't love your son as much as your daughter, I'll say that. Instantly I became furious and retorted with, well then I'd never let you see or go near any of my daughter or any of my kids if you can't even love or respect my hypothetical son. She got really mad at that and tried pleading that she'd do her best to love him but would ultimately go back for my daughter. I practically ignored her the rest of the party and it still leaves a sour taste in my mouth now. So AITA?